Welcome to week 3. I wonder, do you have any fears? I am petrified of snakes. And I remember a few years ago going on holiday with some friends and going to the zoo with my godson for the first time. And during this visit, we got to the reptile house, which normally, because I'm way too scared, I would never even go near. But this particular day, I chose to find some courage and to go in to experience that for the first time with my godson. Now, having courage didn't mean that I wasn't scared. I was still very afraid. But I had a greater trust in the zookeepers and the cages that these animals were in, that I believed I wasn't going to get attacked. You know, sharing Jesus, being a witness for Jesus in our lives is not always easy. It can be scary. It's hard sometimes because we worry about what people will say or do or think about us. And that's normal. But having courage to share Jesus with our friends and family is not about the absence of fear. It's about having a greater trust in God. And you know what? God has a brilliant solution for our fear. He promises us a helper, the Holy Spirit, one who will guide us, be with us, and give us courage. At the beginning of the book of Acts, Jesus has died, he's come back to life, he's spending some time with his followers, but there are lots of people that are against the followers of Jesus, that are against the disciples, and they have every right to be scared. And in Acts 1, we read in verses 4 onwards this. Once when he, that's Jesus, was eating with them, he commanded them, "Don't leave Jerusalem until the Father sends you the gift he promised. As I told you before, John baptized with water, but in just a few days you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit." So when the apostles were with Jesus, they kept asking, "Lord, has the time come for you to free Israel and restore our kingdom?" He replied, "The Father alone has authority to set those dates and times, and they are not for you to know, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere." The disciples are scared, but God provides them a helper, the Holy Spirit, to give them courage. At some point in this session, hopefully you're going to have a chance to do a relationships web, to think about all the people you know who aren't necessarily Christians, who don't follow Jesus yet, and to think about how they're all related. You may have lots of people and it might be hard to think of all of those. You may only have a few friends outside of church, or that you don't know, that who aren't Christians. That's okay, whichever camp you're in, but maybe this is an opportunity to think about who at school, at college, in clubs or groups, or your family aren't Christians that you could begin building friendship with. What we're going to challenge you to do is to choose 5 people from your web and to pray for them this week. That could be praying for one person each day, or doing a really short prayer for all 5. And that's our challenge for this week. Choose 5 friends who you know who don't yet know Jesus and pray for them.